Welcome back to With a Twist, a place where the ordinary unravels, where shadows stretch longer than they should, and the truth hides in plain sight, waiting. Tonight's story is one of memory, of guilt that takes shape in silence, and of a man whose greatest fear was the truth he locked away in his own mind. We call this one The Note on the Car. It started on a Tuesday. I remember that now. But at the time, I told myself it was nothing. Just another day, another tired evening after work. I walked across the parking lot, my thoughts lost somewhere between emails and errands. That's when I saw it. Just a piece of paper on my windshield. Folded once, no envelope. It could have been a receipt, a flyer, anything, but it wasn't. 7 words, written in a precise slanted cursive. I know what you did last Tuesday. I stared at it longer than I should have. It didn't make sense. Tuesday had been normal, hadn't it? I crumpled the note and shoved it into the glove box, told myself it was a prank. Wrong car, nothing to think about. But something about it stayed with me, like a splinter under the skin. That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, trying to remember everything I did the previous Tuesday. I couldn't, not clearly. The week blurred together like so many others, and that terrified me more than the note itself. The next day, I checked the windshield again before I even unlocked my car. No note. But I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching. That night, I dreamed of her. Not clearly, just fragments. A voice, laughter, a daisy between her fingers. I hadn't thought of her in years. I'd convinced myself I had forgotten her completely. Then I remembered her name, Elia. The notes didn't continue. But something else did. I started seeing things. Not hallucinations, just memories, surfacing like film negatives developing slowly in my mind. I'd be walking down the street and suddenly remember the sound of her humming. I'd pass a flower stand and smell the scent she used to wear. My memory, once quiet and buried, was now awake. And it wouldn't stop clawing. Let me go back. Years ago, long before the life I built now, I met Aaliyah one summer. She was light, untouched by cynicism. She saw beauty in small things. She loved daisies, said they were the only flowers that didn't care whether you noticed them. I fell into her life like a thunderstorm, intense, then gone. We were never stable. I was selfish, impatient, focused on everything but her. But she was patient, until that day. The last day I saw her, we had gone to the park. She brought a picnic. There was something off in her eyes, nervous, serious. She kept reaching for the silver locket around her neck. She wanted to tell me something. I didn't let her. I was already angry before she opened her mouth. We argued, harshly. I still don't remember every word, but I remember the way her voice broke. I remember her reaching out to me, and I remember grabbing that locket and throwing it into the grass. I told her I was done, that I didn't want to be a part of whatever this was. I walked to my car. I didn't look back. I never called her again. Weeks later, there were rumors in town. A woman found near the river, no ID, drowned in the flood after a storm. Some people said it was a runaway. Some said she slipped, but no one came to claim the body, and I said nothing. I told myself it wasn't her. I told myself I didn't know for sure. I buried it, her, the memory, the guilt. I moved on, built a life, got a job, made friends until that note. But here's the truth. There were no more notes, just the one. Everything else, the whispers, the feelings, the images, they came from me, from the part of my mind I locked behind walls so high I forgot they were there. I started going to the park again, sitting on the same bench, trying to remember. That's when it hit me, the memory I couldn't face, the thing she tried to tell me that day before I cut her off. She was pregnant. She touched her stomach during the fight. I remember now. She tried to say it, and I never let her speak. I never asked, and I left her there. If she died that night, then I lost more than her. I lost a child. I've been haunted, yes, but not by her, not by some outside force. No stranger was sending letters, no stalker left mementos. It was me, my own mind, crumbling under the weight of what I knew but refused to see. I go back to the park often now. There's a small daisy bush by the old bench. It wasn't there before. I don't know who planted it. But I sit there and I wait. Sometimes I think I see her walking just ahead of me, her hair in the wind, a small child by her side. But when I blink, they're gone. Maybe they always were. Or maybe they're still in me. Because sometimes the ghosts that haunt us aren't really ghosts at all. They're memories. And sometimes they don't need to knock at the door. They've been living inside the house all along. Thank you for listening to With a Twist. And if you've made it this far, ask yourself, what have you buried? And what happens when it remembers you before you remember it?